he talks about how he was over, I don't know how many Satanists, call them churches. He was like the bishop.
You gotta be kidding me.
What was in her heart? You don't know what sin she'd committed. You don't know how much unbelief was there. You don't know whether she hated her husband.
I don't think so.
Why would anybody spend so much time ranting and raving about something that they don't believe in?
Really?
Welcome to Skeptic's Brew Pub with Brother Brewer. Good evening and welcome to Skeptic's Brew Pub. I'm your host, Brother Brewer, and tonight's a little bit different. First of all, I've gone back to my USB mic for just regular conversations because I think it has a little bit better sound than my mixer. So I'm only going to be pulling that out for Skype, and I got to quit saying so much. I'm working on that. Anyway, tonight we're going to get to the interview with Lauren Lane about Skepticon 9 coming up in November. But first of all, I wanted to... This is kind of a tribute because as a parent, especially one that's kind of involved with their kids a bit, I read to my kids a lot. I did as they were younger, and I still do now when they ask me to. And one author in particular that I personally loved reading her stuff, and also my kids really liked it. She was one of my wife's favorites as well. Her name is Anna Dewdney, and on September 3rd she passed away. She apparently had a form of brain cancer. Now the secular community's been hit with this before, earlier this year with Sammy Bannister passing away from brain cancer. So this is kind of going around or something, I guess. But she was 50 years old. Reading from her obituary, she was a very prolific kids writer. Her first book was The Peppermint Race. She did artwork for that by Diana Curtis Reagan. She published this first book that I'm going to read tonight, which is called Llama Llama Red Pajama, in 2005, and she had quite a few titles after that. She had 3 children, and one thing that she requested was that in lieu of funeral services that people would read to a child instead. So if you've got your kids live here right now, the explicit tag may be on that you can see on Spreaker, but this part at least is not going to be explicit. If you've got small children sitting nearby, they can go ahead and listen. If you have the book, Llama Llama Red Pajama, you guys can follow along. I'm going to just read it. And I'm going to do it in the same way that I did just a little bit ago for my daughter. This is called, again, Llama Llama Red Pajama by Anna Dewdney. It says, it's for my own little llamas, with thanks to Tracy, Denise, and Deborah. Page 1. Llama Llama Red Pajama reads a story with his mama. Mama kisses baby's hair. Mama Llama goes downstairs. Llama Llama Red Pajama feels alone without his mama. Baby Llama wants a drink. Mama's at the kitchen sink. Llama Llama Red Pajama calls down to his llama mama. Mama says she'll be up soon. Baby Llama hums a tune. Llama Llama Red Pajama, waiting for his mama. Mama isn't coming yet. Baby Llama starts to fret. Llama Llama Red Pajama whimpers softly for his mama. Mama Llama hears the phone. Baby Llama starts to moan. Llama Llama Red Pajama listens quiet for his mama. What is Mama Llama doing? Baby Llama starts boo-hooing. Llama Llama Red Pajama hollers loudly for his mama. Baby Llama stomps and pouts. Baby Llama jumps and shouts. Llama Llama Red Pajama in the dark without his mama. Eyes wide open, covers drawn. What if Mama Llama's gone? Llama Llama Red Pajama weeping, wailing for his mama. Will his mama ever come? Mama Llama, run, run, run! And it's got the pictures of Mama Llama running up the stairs in a panic. Baby Llama, what a tizzy! Sometimes Mama's very busy. Please stop all this llama drama and be patient with your mama. Little llama, don't you know? Mama Llama loves you so. Mama Llama's always near, even if she's not right here. Mama Llama Red Pajama gets 2 kisses from his mama. Snuggles pillows soft and deep. Baby Llama goes to sleep. The end. Yeah, I really like reading stories like that. I also like reading the stories that have characters in them, and I get to play different voices for the kids. Those are always fun. I'm hoping soon, I keep promising, but just how time constraints go, that I'm going to be able to do this second podcast that's going to be me reading these stories, and I'm not sure if I want to do them in this sort of a format where I just read and if you have the book, follow along, or if I'm going to try to somehow incorporate like a slideshow of the illustrations, because a lot of times the illustrations make the book just as much as the words. So anyway, that was Llama Llama Red Pajama by the late Anna Dewdney, who died 3 days ago from a brain tumor. So now, on a different note, of course, there's been some news that was here recent, some of it good, some of it not so good. A few news outlets here recently went ahead and reported to us that the right-wing anti-women's rights activist Phyllis Schlafly died yesterday. We were all pretty sad to hear that. She's really going to be missed by a lot of people. As you can hear, we're very sad here at Skeptics Brew Pub to hear about that. Other news, let's see. It looks like North Carolina's little bathroom bill got overturned in court. Of course, it'll probably go to the Supreme Court after this, but that was very good news for the LGBT community. Donald Trump is still an idiot. And otherwise, the world just keeps on spinning. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and bump up now to the interview that I did with Lauren Lane just a little bit ago. It was probably on Friday. I was supposed to air it yesterday, but my daughter had her birthday party. It was a skate party over at a skate place down the street from us, so I wasn't able to get back to record. But I'm going to go ahead and let this play in just a moment. Welcome to Skeptics Brew Pub. I'm your host, Brother Brewer, and this is episode 15 with Lauren Lane from Skepticon. Lauren, how are you doing this evening?
I'm well. How about yourself?
Well, if I was any better, I couldn't stand it.
Okay. Excellent.
Well, the reason I wanted to have you on is because, of course, we've got Skepticon coming up here in a couple of months. And
sure do.
I got to go to my first one last year, which was a real blast.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah, and that was actually my first convention as an atheist at that. So,
oh my, I'm very flattered that you picked ours.
Well, you were right down the road from me, so. Go ahead.
I guess that makes sense. I guess that makes sense.
Well, I guess could you tell the listeners that maybe don't know, have been living under a rock, maybe what Skepticon is?
I will. Skepticon is a skeptic convention that is held yearly in November in Springfield, Missouri. This year will be November 13th through the 11th, 12th, and 13th.
Oh, cool. So it is held over in Springfield.
Yes.
And that's actually pretty close to my home stomping ground. I grew up down around the Harrison area, so.
Right on. It's very close.
Yeah, just a little bit. And I'm actually living out here in Walmart Mecca, which is also known as Bentonville. So we're only about.
You live in Bentonville?
Yes.
Have you gone to Crystal Castles?
Crystal Bridges?
Crystal Bridges.
Yes,
Crystal
I
Castle's
have.
an indie band. My bad.
Yeah, we've been there, and actually, I got to meet you shortly at Logicon this past
Oh,
year.
yes.
Yeah, I was the sound guy there.
Awesome. That was a great conference.
That was pretty good. I was pretty proud of how it turned out. Of course, it's nowhere near as big as what you guys have going on. But how did you
We
guys
have a few more dinosaurs.
Yeah, we probably need some dinosaurs out here, or maybe have some hillbillies running around or something.
Maybe.
So how did you guys come up with the idea to hold an atheist convention in Springfield, Missouri? I mean, that seems like, that's right there in the heart of the Bible Belt, right next to the Buckle, pretty much.
It sure is. It's not friendly territory for the godless, that's for sure.
No.
No, but we didn't set out to make a giant atheist convention. It just kind of happened. The first year, we were just really intent on bringing a few speakers, people who we really admired, to campus as a student group, and we enjoyed it so much. The first year, we were like, let's do it again, and we just kept growing bigger and bigger, and before you knew it, we had more people from off campus than on campus attending, and we had to move off campus because we got so big. And really, we just keep doing it. We just keep doing it.
All right, and it really was fun last year.
Great.
Now, was it hard to get folks to get Skepticon going at first? I mean, did you have a whole lot of hurdles that you had to jump through?
Oh yeah. I think the first year, the student government wouldn't give us our allotted money to bring in the speakers, so we had to front about $3,000 of our own poor college student money.
Wow.
And then be paid back later. Yeah, it was rough.
Man. So this did they give you a reason why they didn't want to do that at first, or was it just that or did they just say, no, we don't want to do it, screw you?
Bureaucracy. They were like, I don't remember. It was such a long time ago, but I do remember there being a lot of bullshit excuses they were giving us, and how, like, there was not time on the agenda to vote on it. We're not ready to do this. Like, we haven't, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, okay. Now, how did the community outside of the college you were at respond? And what college was it?
The Missouri State University campus. That is where I went to undergrad and where Skepticon started. It's on campus. And, the community, I want to say they ignored us as long as they could. I think we finally made the front page of the newspaper last year, which was pretty freaking amazing. There is a fairly large skeptic group, the Springfield Skeptics, that were, of course, overjoyed to have us, and they're great people. But for the most part, the city does their best to ignore us or just tell us to go away.
Okay. So you didn't have any protesters kind of like Ray Comfort going to the Reason rally this year or anything like that?
We used to get a lot more protesters when we didn't have a venue that was all on private property. Now they can't get close enough to make a ruckus.
Oh, darn. I was kind of hoping to maybe start some debates with some of them this year.
Maybe they'll be out there by the road, but they really just can't get close enough for us to see them.
Yeah. So where is it held at, actually, for those that haven't been before?
Sure. We're at the Ramada Oasis Hotel and Convention Center. It's right off of 44 in Glenstone. It's a really beautiful space, and I think what sold us, the Skepticon team, on this venue are the glitter floors, because we like shiny things. Yeah.
Well, it was a really pretty hotel, too, from what I remember. It had a nice pool, and it was just it felt like almost going into like one of the 1930s hot springs bathhouse kind of hotels. It was...
Yeah, it definitely toes the line between cheesy and cool because of it's called the Oasis, right? So they have a lot of fake palm trees and whatnot, and it's a little bit labyrinthian. Like, it's hard to maneuver once you figure it out, you're okay. But it's pretty great. We're very happy.
Yeah, it was a good time last year for sure. Now last year you had some interesting guests. Who've been some of your past guests that have come in?
Oh my God. I don't know if I can remember all their names. I mean, we've had plenty of people. We've had Debbie Goddard, Stephanie Zvan, Hemant Mehta. We've had Bo Bennett, Jamie DeWolf, Justin Volmar. Oh, so many people. We have at least a dozen speakers a year, so there are just tons and tons and tons. And you can find them all listed on our website, skepticon.org, if you'd like to see who we've had and who we'll be having this year.
Okay. Now, who were some of your favorites that came out? Who are the ones that you're the most proud that you were able to book?
You're going to make me play favorites with these speakers?